Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with a review of S.H.Figuarts Kamen Rider Blade from Kamen Rider Blade. Bet you thought I was gonna say O's. No, I'm sorry about that joke. Anyway, I hope you still watch. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it with the packaging. And to get that out of the way, so it's actually some pretty neat packaging. It's got a neat motif to it. You got a picture of Blade here, obviously. His logo, Figuarts, it says Kamen Rider Blade, and it's sort of, or their sort of print, or font, there we go. And then on the side here it says Master Rider Blade. But you have this really cool card design on there, which is really neat. You can see the sort of design motif of it, which is really cool. Nice touch. And the whole texture of it feels different. It feels very cardy. I don't know if that's just me or whatnot, but I thought that was a nice touch. It feels a little bit different than typical ones. And on the back, obviously, you can see there's some cards in the back and shows you some poses you can get your figure in. And then there's the top and bottom. But so yeah, neat. I just wanted to point that out. I thought there was some nice details to it. I'm actually going to need that in a second. Anyhow, accessories-wise, he obviously comes with this awesome stuff. You get his blade rouser right here, and you get this cool little stone effect part, which I will go over in a second. First, I'm just going to take a look at the stuff we got here. You got your standard fists and hands and whatnot. You got closed fists, which I've already taken off of him. Holding the weapon hands, one which is here, got another one there. Some sort of posed hands, if you can get out of your box. And then like some hands for holding cards. So yeah, pretty much standard. And then you have this piece here, which I will show momentarily, to swap out for the blade rouser for when he pulls out his card selector. And then you've got some neat effect parts here. This is the main piece you put on his foot. And then you'll see him here momentarily, but there's some lightning effects. So we will show that in a moment. Something I honestly forgot to pull out of here, which is in the box, is some cards, which honestly I'm sorry I'm not going to take out because I've lost so many of these between Figmas and Figuarts. But you get this little package of cards, so you can have them holding it if you want to, and these little stickers here. So that is neat. You do get those, so I might use them someday, but right now, way back when, I lost a bunch of them, so I always just keep them in the box now, and I figured it's not that worth it to show it, so I'm sorry. So first I'm going to not do this. Let's just get him out of his pose, as sad as it is. It's a cool pose. We'll just show this stuff quick, and then we'll get to the figure. Damn it, Blade, stand. He needed his pole to stand. He's a tripod. Damn it, Blade. Okay. So here's the stone effect piece, which is really cool. It's just kind of like a cement, sort of concrete stone piece. There is a little hole in there to stick the blade rouser, as you just saw demonstrated in that cool pose. So that's neat. Here is his weapon, very nicely detailed. As you can see, some nice sculpting and details done to it there, and on the side here. Very, very cool. So then this piece here, obviously you saw is detachable, so you just pull off the faceplate, and then pull this part off, and then line this up. It is fairly easy to guess how you do it. And then you can have it displayed like this, so for how he pulls out his cards. So that is really cool. I dig that. I'm going to keep it in this mode though, because I'm going to be displaying it like I had at the beginning of the review. Thanks for interrupting me, falling thing. Wow, now I'm putting it in wrong. I'm stupid. Well, but you guys knew that already if you watch my reviews. So anyhow, so that is that. So now we'll go over the figure, and then we will show the effect part. So that is the order of things, in case you're wondering. So let's take a look at the figure. Honestly, I was pretty excited for this figure. Blade is one of my favorite rider shows, and honestly, probably one of my favorite riders. And it's been quite a while for us to get him, or it's taken quite a while, rather. So here we go. First off, on the helmet sculpt. This is probably one of my only nitpicks about the figure, to be honest. It looks nice. I think they got the proportion in terms of the size right, and the horn pretty much. And the horn here details look nice. You got this sort of clear plastic over it, which looks good. And the compound eyes look good, but I think they look a little small. Now, I know that Blade's eyes are smaller compared to a lot of riders, you know, like Kabuto and Den-O with their giant eyes. But if you take a look at the box, they look a little bigger, like it's just that amount bigger where I think it looks a little more screen accurate and just looks a little better. So I just wish they were a smidge bigger to look a little more like the box. But that's almost my only nitpick. So just a little bit around the head for detail-wise, could have gone a long way. Other than that, he's actually a pretty good figure, I think. I think the silver paint on him looks really great. It's got a nice sort of shiny quality to it. All the details look good. You can see his little symbols up there, which looks really nice. The blue looks good. The belt details, as usual with these, looks great. I'm just kind of getting a pan view of his details. The details sort of his suit here, you can see there's actually some cloth folded details. You got these sort of things around his ankles. So yeah, he's a very good looking figure. I spent quite a while just messing around with this guy, looking at him. This sounds really weird, but at first I thought I was more upset at it because of the eyes, which I am. I wish they were a little bit bigger, but that's pretty much honestly my only nitpick about it, because it's a solid figure. The details everywhere else look nice. They got the proportions on it right, with the exception of the eyes. So that's really my only thing. Sorry, panning out here. So I don't know why I apologize for zooming out. I'm sorry, I'm a weirdo. So then articulation, you pretty much get the same deal. 360 ball joint. This is such a procedure now. Swiveling, double elbow joint. Swiveling at the fist, like a workout. And then twist, and twist, 360 joint. Swiveling here, your double knee joint. Okay, I'll stop with that bit. And then your swiveling foot, it's on a nice ball joint. Your toe joint action. And then you got swiveling here at the waist and chest, which the chest is slightly hindered by his bulky chest, but... And then, of course, your 360 all-around ball joint movement. So, yeah, other than the eyes, he's a solid figure. I think the details from his body all look good. That sounds so weird. And the proportions are well done. The figure is solid. No loose joints to speak of. So, yeah, that was really my only thing. Just kind of get him in a haphazard kick pose to do this. Now he's going to lie down. So, we'll do this right quick. So, you got this vec piece here, and you'll see there's little holes and sort of like balls to create a sort of ball joint system in a way for these electric pieces. And I don't necessarily think there's an official way to put them, because since they move around, you can actually position them however you really want. And there's no like shape system like on the Deno ones. There was like a shape system to show you exactly where it wanted it to go. But this one I think is pretty free-formed, to be honest. You just gotta be really careful not to break these. In fact, you never know what could happen now that I might break one. I'm actually gonna pull this out for a sec. Because like, Stronger. I was thinking Shocker because he has lightning effects. Has a pretty similar system. Not system because he doesn't have the ball joints, but he's got similar lightning effects, and I actually broke one of them messing around with it. So you're just going to want to be careful, that's all I'm saying. And like, I'm having a hard time with this one right now, and I'm trying my best to avoid the other ones. In fact, I'm going to give it like 3 more pushes and then I might just stop. It's not like it's impossible, it's just I'm trying to be really careful and I don't want to break it on camera. So that's what it's going to look like with all of them on there. I'm sorry, I'm just going to stop because I really don't want to break it and add more fuel to my reputation of breaking figures. Whoops, sorry, wrong side. So then you just kind of slide his foot in there and you get a really cool kicking effect. There's no Tamashi stand, which I'm happy about because I don't like having them, but if you have one or any other kind of stand that you would use, that's just a neat addition. So I think that's cool. Sorry I couldn't get the last one in there. If you saw it here, here's his belt buckle, which it comes off quite easily, but what I like about it is it's actually got kind of a joint on here, so it's fairly easy to maneuver around when you're posing the guy. Which is nice because, you know, a lot of the times you're posing figures and the holsters have a tendency to fall off, so it's nice to have sort of a more maneuverable one. But so yeah, overall, I have to say I'm pretty pleased with Blade, to be honest. Like I said, my only real nitpick is his eyes. I really do wish they were a little bit bigger. But this is honestly the best articulated Blade figure of this sort of scale that you're going to be able to get, to my knowledge. I'm not saying I'm extremely smart about all this, but I follow toy lines, so I know that there's not much, else out there. You know, you got your Final Form ride, and you have the old school Armor Trans, Sochaku Henshin figures. And these certainly look a lot better. I think, obviously, if you want the absolute best looking, I think is the BM figures, but those are hundreds of dollars. So, All things considered, like I said, I'm disappointed about the eyes, but I'm willing to overlook it because it is the best Blade figure of the scale we've gotten, and the rest of the figure is honestly pretty nice. As I said, just to recap, he's got a very solid body. It sounds weird when I say it like that, but no loose joint problems or anything like that, and all of the paint looks good. His accessories are pretty awesome too. You've got this awesome sort of effect part here, which looks really cool. You can switch out his Rouser to do the card mode. You got cards to pose with. You got the kick pose thing. So yeah, if you're a Blade fan, I can definitely recommend it still. I think it's a solid figure. It's not like a Ryuki caliber figure, but a solid figure that I can recommend. I'm just happy we have it, honestly. I really wish they would just do Hibiki so we can have all of the main riders. It's been a long time coming for this. So yeah, that is about it. Until next time, make sure you check out the crazy podcast at ridersrangeandrambles.com. Until next time, it's Dawson Rider, signing out.